Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 9 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone had a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Serve the one you love. Once you decide to be a couple, you're there to serve the one you love, to serve your love to your lover. In every kiss and every touch, you feel you're there to please the one you love without expecting anything back. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials down 25, NASDAQ off 9, S&P's off 4, gold contract down $40, trading at $1,323 an ounce. Silver off $1.27 at $21.89 an ounce. Platinum down $36 at $21. At $21. Oh, man, that'd be a trip. At $1,436. Copper off 5 pennies at $3.20 a pound. Light sweet crude up $1.08 at $108.64. Bonds up 9 ticks at $129.21. King dollar flat at 81.52. Euro down 13 at 132.92. And the yen off 42, trading out at 99.47. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? You're at the 1682.42. So what you had yesterday is that you got over the benchmark. That benchmark is that's the 22nd of May, folks. The 22nd of May is the big volume day. Not huge volume, but big volume. We had taken that out on July 18th, stayed over it for about a month, 3/4 of a month, broke underneath it with conviction. The break underneath it, we went from 1679 down to 1568. Now, what we did out here today, we did 639 million shares versus 656. What's going to get interesting here is that, okay, you know, bottom line, coming into a Friday, you're going to have, you could have decent volume. What you still have in September, you know, we'll see how the volume comes in. You know, we backed down today. You actually went to a higher high. We did light volume on a higher high. We'll see how we back down tomorrow. Because the back down key is that will you get an expansion of volume as you pull back? So, top side today, the market just didn't have it. So if we go over to the SPY, take a look at the SPY, this is what you have in the SPY. The benchmark day, which is 169.07, May 22nd, we did 244 million. When we broke down, we did 152 million. So just watch this, 244, that was the benchmark. You got over that benchmark with dramatically lighter volume. You get over the benchmark with 79 million. Then you break down with 152. We go back up, and when Tuesday did 105 million. Yesterday, 94, and you can see today, 79. So it's dying on the vine. So now the key is, okay, how are we going to pull back? We'll find out. Bottom line, you know, what you have is that you have this high volume low that's sticking out here like a sore thumb at 155. And you're at 168. Dow Industrial. So we take a look at the Dow Industrials. What you have with the Dow is this. Dow got to higher price today, gave it up. We got to a price point of 15,345. Pull back 25, which is not a big deal. But that was a higher high, lighter volume, gave it up. We'll see how it pulls back. The composite, NASDAQ composite. Now, the composite has been the strongest out there. Composite also got over the high of yesterday. Come back in, down 9 points, no big deal. Composite also did 1.6 versus 1.7. We look at the 3 Qs, the NDX 100. Inside the NDX 100, what you have is that she was testing that high out here again today, and the test was on dramatically lighter volume. So check this out. The high of Tuesday was the price point. The low was 77.92. The high was 78.32. We got to 78.25. We tested that with 17 million versus 27 versus, this is the key, folks, versus you're talking about a downtown area of 39 million, and your benchmark, you go back to the May 22nd area again, and your benchmark is 59 million. So you're dealing with 17 million versus 60 million. Not even close. It's going to be interesting to watch this whole thing shake out. Gold market. Okay, so what did gold do today? Acceleration down, Wide price spread, accelerated volume. What does that mean? That means we're going lower, big time. We're at 1323 right now. We did 175,000 contracts. Now, my take was that we were going to go to about 1317 to 1300. This is going to break it. And why? Well, what ends up happening is this. As soon as you have an expansion with volume, number one, and wide price spread, and on a Thursday, you have a problem in the gold market, folks. Let me tell you something. Gold and silver on Fridays, okay, in a down market is like a disaster, okay? So, what do we have? Okay. The way we broke this today, we broke with conviction, and that sets up 1236. I don't think it's going to get as low as 1236. I think we're going to be dealing with about 1258. You know, we'll be able to tell how we come into that 1300 to 1270 to 1289 mark. That's the bottom line. But the way it's traded today and coming into a Friday, it's telling me we're going to blow it right away. We're going to go all the way down to the other side. The equities themselves, if we look at Gold Corp for a second, Gold Corp today came down with volume. Every one of them came down with volume, down $1.81. These little babies are going to go into the day of strength from the 28th of June. That's how it's shaken out. So it's setting up a great buy. That's the bottom line. And what does happen, folks, okay, it's crazy. There's no doubt about it. So here, let's stay with this market for a second, and this is why. When you have volume that is expanding before you get to the swing point, that's what you like. That's what I like to see. And this is why. Because the swing point is where the market talks, walks, and squawks. And in the way the gold market is set up right now, we have two separate swings. And one is backing up the other. And the numbers on these go like this. The numbers go to June 28th and August 8th. Those are the numbers. So as we come into those areas, I expect what you're going to see is that, number one, it's going to come down into that area tomorrow, and you're going to have some volume, but you'll probably get a little less than today. On the weekly volumes, they're going to be way too hard for a buy. They're setting up really nice, though. There's no two ways about it. 877-927-6648. Let's go over to that bond market. Bonds out here. You rejected the low on bonds again. Did it yesterday. Today, flat market. You're up 10 ticks. Guess what, though? You did 327,000 contracts. That is saying that, okay, we have game in the 30-year now that wants to run to 133. We look at the 10-year, TYZ. The 10-year, with the 10-year shaking out right now, did 1 million shares. That was only up 2 ticks. Yeah, the 10-year is going to need a little bit more. But the 10-year is going to need a little bit more. You're inside the range on the 10-year. I mean, no, you're not inside the range. You need 123.23. And we hit the 123.26 today, but 123.23 is the number. And right now it's at 123.14. Dollar index, King Dollar. Let's go take a look at King Dollar. And you know, there's no doubt what you have happening out here is that the gold pulling back and King Dollar didn't move. Okay, so you can make the assumption like, what is that all about? King Dollar, sideways move today. Now, we needed this King Dollar to get under yesterday's low. And the reason being is that yesterday's low had high volume. Today what you did is that we got to a lower low, which we needed, 20,000 contracts versus 43. We closed at 81.52, and that's all it had to do is close over 81.45. But I do want to see some signs of strength come into that market. Bottom line, though, so you can see how they sold right into the gold market without the dollar moving. But let me tell you something. That's a normal pullback in that market, how it comes off the bottom. We've talked about it, and it's just amazing how gold loves to do wicked expansions on the way up, disasters on the way down. I think we're setting up a dynamite buy. Some of the Dow stocks. You had Boeing up 57. Disney was up $1.55. Disney's going to buy back stocks. Let's go over to Disney for a second. Look at that wide price spread. Disney's got some action. She's buying back some stocks and she gets some action. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. Stay right there, folks. We're coming right back. We had the Dow finish down 25, Nasdaq off 9, S&P's off 5.5, gold down 41 bucks, silver off a buck 30. Big percentage down moves out here, folks. We're going to be right back.